Hello friends, welcome to Salesforce CRM Analytics video session 243. So basically in today's video, we will try to understand about union, the function which we use in SAQL. It's similar to the append node which we learned earlier, but yeah, I will just showcase to you how that can be used in SAQL. So this is my Salesforce CRM Analytics org, and I'm going to the Analytics Studio, and uh, we will just quickly check the count. Fine. So here, if I just open in a new tab, I will just take the account, of course, right now. So as you can see, we have 1008 records over here. And if I just go to this particular path, in my external log, this is my external log, okay? You remember I had an external log with me. I will quickly show you that part as well, just to help you recollect. There are 224 records. Now, there was a session where we learned about the append node. That same thing which append node does is being done by union as well, okay? So if you see, there was this session called free session 3 where we connected three particular orgs, right? So we connected the org in this manner, and finally we appended. Not quite sure if in free session 2 we have created some of the recipes. Let me very quickly cross check. Okay, so that's amazing. I have actually some of the external created over here as well. Okay, uh, that's good thing about this. Now the thing is that I will be doing a union, and we will get to know the total count. So if you remember, like for this particular example, like this append node data set, here we had combined all the nodes. So currently I won't be able to run it because I have lost the access of this GenC org account. Okay, that part I have lost. But the idea which we need to remember is that when you click on this, it basically help you to get the total count. Fine, under append. Not sure even if this will open or not. Yeah, you see this was the total count, and this helps you to get to total. So basically it appends one after the other, just like we understood, right? When we were learning about the append node. The same thing is done by union, okay? In one word answer, the same thing is done by union. So what I will going to do is, probably I will also take the free session one maybe. Okay, I have this account data set, okay? So this account data set, uh, it's already there. I also have this account data set as well. I can use this account data set because this account is coming from my local org. Fine. And one more thing is I can see over here also I have this external account, which is already there. So what I will do is I will save and run this external account. Fine. The free session 2, as well as I will just save and run the free session 1 as well. Okay. Let those run. What I will do is, in the meanwhile, we will see like what is the total number of records. So it's 224 here. And basically, if you see in my internal log, yeah, in my internal log, the count is 1008, right? So how much it is? It is like 224. So 224 is 1224, 1224, and 25, 20, 20, 30, and 32. Yeah, it's like 1232, isn't it? So basically the total number of records is 1232. 224 plus 1000 is 1224 plus 8 if you do 1232, right? So 1232 is the total number of records. Now we will understand how by union that can come up. Now before doing anything else, you just come to this guide and you search with union. Okay. So once you search with union, you will see this particular example, append dataset using union. Just click on that. Fine. And what we are going to do is we are quickly just going to read through this text and we will try the example which is given as well. Append dataset using union. You can append data from two or more data streams into a single data stream using union. Okay. The data stream must have the same field name and structure. To use union, first load the dataset, then use foreach to do the projection. Repeat the process with another dataset. So this is the important part over here. So let me also take a note in my notepad. Okay. So just give me a moment. Let me just open that particular notepad. Yeah. So I will just share once again my screen. So over here, uh, let's understand whatever is written. Okay. So to use union, we have to first load the data set and project it, and we have to repeat the same process for others as well. Okay. That's the thing about union. So this is an example which they have mentioned, like how they are generating, the owner name and amount, and finally they are doing the union. Okay. Now there's a help text over here. If you see, we will go to this one, and let's here the definition is given over. Okay. There's one definition which is given, but what I will do is I will click on the second one, because the example mentioned for second one is a bit more clear as of now, just to start off. So here, okay, this was the same page. Okay, not an issue. So here, if you see, this is the whole thing about union. So it combines multiple result sets into one result set. This result set must have the same field name and structure, and that's the whole thing. So we have already studied that, and maybe we can just put it down over here, okay, in our Scratch notepad. Now let's okay, let me check what was the example which I was looking for. Okay, so maybe we can consider this example itself where they have done a union on both of this particular data streams. In our case, it will be different data set. And what we will do is we'll just do a union and see if we are getting the complete count of records or not. Okay. So firstly, let me just cross check if the recipe ran successfully or not. Okay. So basically the second one I think needs to run. So let's actually wait. Let's monitor this and see. Okay. 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 So this ran successfully. Now we will actually try to apply that union part. Fine. So before anything else, let me open the data set first of all. So this was the data set, right, for my internal internal account org. So here I will just very quickly open this one. Mhm. And secondly, I will open the external one. So this was my external one. So I will just open this one as well. Okay. So let me go over here. Let me just open this. I think probably it's recipe data set or this one. Not too sure on that. Yeah, it's recipe data set. Okay. Cool. Let me open the recipe data set. Now, as you can see here, the count is 1008. Okay. And here the count is 224. Fine. So that is completely fine. What I will do is I will just duplicate this one. Let me just duplicate and we will perform that union part over there. Okay. So here I will direct, first of all, before doing the union, you have to go to add data source and you have to add the particular data source, the next data stream. So I'm going for the external account data set, which is fine. Okay. And directly I will move to SAQL. Okay. Now, if you see, we will follow this particular structure which is there. Okay. So here, as they have mentioned, like, you have to ensure that basically uh, first load there is and use for each to do the projection. Okay. And if the two needs to have an identical structure, so you have to load the same number of fields for that. Fine. So what I will do is right now I will just load the ID. Okay. I'm not interested in any other things as of now because I just want to see the total count. So maybe what I can write is Q1 equal to for each Q1 generate ID as ID. Okay. And name as name. Okay. For now, what I will do is I will just comment out all this line. So to comment out all this, always remember you have to press Control plus this backward slash. Okay. So I mean this thing called as backward slash. So you have to press the Control and backward slash. Fine. So I will just generate this one. Let me see if it runs successfully or not. Okay. They are not able to identify the ID, it seems. Let's see. So let me just copy this exact part over here. And let me also name it as name over here. Fine. Now it should run successfully. And I will just replicate this for the next one as well. Fine. So let me just remove this line and let me check if it is running or not. Cool. I think this one is running. Okay. But strangely, I think probably it's showing different same names. Okay, that is not an issue. Okay, so here if you see this also ran successfully. The oh sorry, this one will be Q2. Okay, not Q1. This will be Q2, right? So this will be Q2. Now the names will come up differently. Yeah, so I think this is fine. Again, this will be Q2. Sorry about that. Yeah, now it is fine. Okay, these are coming from the second one. Now, as we can like completely read over here, basically the structure is same. We are generating the ID and the name, and then we will just union both of them. Okay. So here, what I can write is I can just write Q3 equal to union U1, comma U2. Fine. And what I can do is I can just put a, I mean, see the limit is anyhow, it's 2000. We have less than 2000 records. So that is fine. I will put the limit and we will check if it is working or not. So here it will be, of course, Q3 right now and Q3 as well. And we will run the query. So some error is there. It is saying, okay, I didn't put a semicolon over here. Now, as you can see, if I just scroll down, you see I am seeing 1232 records. I think that is correct itself because here we have like 224, right? 224 and here we have 1008. So if you add both of them, you will get 1232 records only. Right? So we are able to see the complete records. So that's the thing about union. It's just the same thing which an append does for you. If you remember, there was, I mean, it was done in one of the session where, I mean, this was just to ensure we can understand which one is coming from which org. But with append, we just combine the rows, right? That's the complete meaning of append. I don't have this org. That's why I wasn't able to show you this data set because I have lost the credentials for this org. But anyways, if we consider this too, like the thing which was done by append, the same thing has been done by union over here. So we are going for a different variable. As you can see, we are loading the data set and we are generating like some common fields, and we are doing the same thing for this one as well. And that is something which I've written over here also. If you see, if you read this union part, what it is saying to use union, first load the dataset and then use foreach to do the projection. We did the projection. Repeat the process with another dataset. If the two resulting datasets have an identical structure, you can append them using union. So they need to have an identical structure. That is for sure. If that is not there, then definitely we won't be able to use the union. So we can try it once. Maybe what I will do is I will remove the name from here. Okay. So let's say I remove the name from here. And now if I go for union, so here also like it is working like basically if the structure is same, but what happens is for the next one, it won't give you the names. Okay. So as you can see here, like it's coming as blank. So although we went for like two fields and we went for one fields over here, we did the union, but for the second one it will show as blank. Okay, so just to ensure it doesn't show a blank, like you can also mention that name part over here, right? So in that way this union will happen. Okay, sometimes you might have different field altogether. So just for an example, let's say from the external account, I don't know what all I have. Let's say instead of ID, let me just go for industry. Maybe let's say I load the industry. Okay, so I will just load the industry. Let me run this. Now, if you see over here, what is happening is like from the first data set, that is, this is my internal account. I'm loading the ID and name. From the second one, I'm loading the ID and industry. Although I'm doing a union, which is working, okay. But what is happening is for this industry, it is giving me as blank over here, which is fine. Sometimes you might have certain extra field, which is not there in a particular data stream or a particular data set or a particular org. So those values will come up, but for the other one, it will come up as blank. So in this way, some variation can happen. But yeah, as of now, like just going by the basic definition, we understood the meaning of it. And yeah, that is what it is all about. So it combines multiple results into one result set. That's the thing. The result set must have the same field name and structure. You can use different data set. So it's just saying to ensure consistency. That's why it's saying it's better to maintain the same structure, but it's not necessity. Like as you can see, we already got the result as well. So I will just write this as simple union SAQL, and of course we will save it in our recipe data. So this was all about a simple scenario of using, union. And yeah, going forward, we will actually try to understand more about this union and further application of this. Thank you.